Your reality is not random. It is ruled by 7 principles the ancients swore to hide from the unready. You carry within you the proof of these 7 truths, though no one has ever named them for you. Every step you've taken has been guided by these laws. You never knew, but always obeyed. For centuries, these principles were spoken only in whispers, concealed in temples and hidden beneath symbols. They explain why cycles repeat in your life, why opposites attract, why nothing ever truly rests. They reveal the secret rhythm that moves stars, seasons, and souls alike. You are here now because you are ready to see what was once veiled. Each principle is a key, not theory, but force, and once you understand them, you will begin to see the code of the universe itself. These are the 7 Hermetic principles they never intended you to know. The silent summons. You may wonder why you are here, listening now at this moment. But there are no accidents in the language of the hidden. The Hermetic tradition teaches that the soul is drawn to wisdom when it is ready, as a flame draws the moth, as a temple calls the initiate. You are not here by chance, for chance itself is an illusion. The same principles that govern stars and seasons have guided you to this threshold. They have whispered in your life already, unnoticed yet constant, preparing you for this moment. What was once hidden from the many now opens before you for the few who are ready to remember. What follows is not doctrine, but revelation, the 7 principles through which the all reveals itself. Though you could not name them, they have always spoken. In the rising and falling tides of your emotions, in the patterns of victory and loss, in the strange symmetry between what you think and what you experience, there is the Hermetic hand, shaping, teaching, reminding. These principles are not distant philosophies. They are the scaffolding of your life. And now, for the first time, the veil is drawn aside. What was hidden becomes visible. What ruled you in silence will be revealed in light. You will not simply learn about these principles. You will see them mirrored in yourself and your choices and the world around you. This is not discovery, but remembrance. Hermes does not offer something foreign, but returns to you what was always yours. Once spoken, these truths cannot be unheard. Once seen, they cannot be unseen. And now, dear listener, the first key is placed before you, the first principle. Rhythm. Seeker, look around you and within you. Nothing is still. Everything flows in tides and pulses and seasons. Day yields to night, summer to winter, joy to sorrow, gain to loss. The ancients called this the principle of rhythm, the great pendulum that swings through all existence. You have felt it in your own life. Periods of expansion are followed by contraction, triumph by trial, passion by calm. What rises must fall, and what falls must rise again. To the unknowing, this rhythm feels like fate, cruel and unrelenting. But to the initiate, it is revelation. For rhythm is not punishment, it is balance. The soul that understands it ceases to despair when fortune wanes, for it knows the tide will return. Likewise, it learns not to cling when fortune rises, for no crest endures forever. Wisdom lies not in resisting the swing, but in rising above it. Hermes taught that while the pendulum moves in matter, the awakened can fix themselves in spirit. By aligning with the higher law, the initiate is not broken by the rhythm, but uses it, steps with it, flows with it. You cannot escape rhythm, but you can master your response. When the tide recedes, prepare. When it rises, create. Rhythm reveals that nothing is final and nothing is lost. The pendulum swings, and in its swing lies the secret harmony of life. The second principle, polarity. Everything has its opposite. Yet opposites are not enemies. They are 2 ends of the same continuum. Light and darkness, hot and cold, love and hate, life and death. All appear divided, yet in truth they are degrees of one reality. This is the Hermetic principle of polarity. You know this already, though perhaps you did not name it. Think of heat. There is no point where warmth ends and cold begins. They are not separate forces, but varying expressions of the same essence. The same is true of joy and sorrow, fear and courage, even wisdom and ignorance. They differ only in degree. The uninitiated see conflict. The initiate sees unity. To understand polarity is to hold both ends at once, to recognize that despair contains the seed of hope, that hatred can be transformed into love, that endings are only beginnings in disguise. Hermes taught that mastery lies in transmutation, the art of shifting your state along the scale. You cannot abolish fear, but you can raise it into courage. You cannot erase darkness, but you can turn it toward light. The secret is not escape, but elevation. So when you feel trapped between opposites, remember, they are but two faces of the same current. You are not chained to one pole. You are the one who moves along the scale. To grasp polarity is to grasp transformation itself. For once you see that all opposites are kin, nothing remains fixed, and everything becomes possible. The third principle, vibration. Nothing rests. Nothing is still. From the smallest atom to the greatest star, everything moves, everything vibrates. This is the Hermetic principle of vibration, the hidden pulse of existence. Though your eyes may not see it, you have felt it. The tremor of emotion in your body, the shifting energy of a crowded room, the resonance of music that moves your soul, all are vibrations. Science names them frequencies, but the ancients knew them as the currents of life itself. To the unknowing, vibration is invisible, unavoidable. They are swept along by moods, by energies they do not master. But the initiate learns vibration can be raised, directed, refined. A low thought can be lifted into a noble one, a heavy state transmuted into joy, a chaotic rhythm brought into harmony. Hermes taught that vibration is the ladder of being. From the grossest matter to the purest spirit, all things differ only by rate of motion. Raise the vibration, and you rise in consciousness. Lower it, and you sink into shadow. This is why prayer, meditation, music, and sacred word hold power. They alter vibration, tuning the soul to higher frequencies. The initiate's task is not to escape vibration, but to master it. To live is to vibrate. To awaken is to choose how. When you learn to lift your inner frequency, you discover the power to align with higher realms and to become a beacon of resonance in the world. The fourth principle, cause and effect. Nothing happens by chance. Every event is born of a cause, and every cause gives rise to an effect. This is the Hermetic principle of cause and effect, the great chain that binds all things together. The uninitiated call it luck, fate, or accident. They believe life strikes without order, that fortune is blind. But Hermes teaches otherwise. Nothing escapes law. Every thought, every action, every unseen force ripples outward, shaping reality with absolute precision. You have felt this, though, perhaps without naming it. The choices you made yesterday gave you the life you walk in today. A word spoken in anger brings its echo. A seed of kindness returns in harvest. Even your thoughts, silent, hidden, summon their reflections in time. To grasp this principle is to awaken from victimhood. The initiate ceases to ask, "Why me?" and begins to ask, "What cause did I set in motion, and what cause can I set now?" In this question lies freedom. For to live blindly is to be an effect of stronger wills, and to live consciously is to step into mastery, to become cause, not consequence. The Hermetic path calls you to this higher stance, to shape rather than drift, to direct rather than be directed. Seeker, understand this. You are not a leaf on the wind. You are the wind itself. What you sow, you will reap. What you choose, you will become. This is the divine law, unbending, eternal, and liberating. The fifth principle, correspondence. As above, so below. As below, so above. These words contain one of the deepest Hermetic truths. The universe is woven in mirrors. What is great reflects what is small. What is hidden within reflects what is revealed without. You have seen this law in countless ways. The spirals of galaxies echo the whirls of seashells. The branching of rivers mirrors the veins within your hand. The movements of nations reflect the conflicts within individuals. The pattern is one, unfolding at every scale. But the initiate learns that this is more than beauty. It is a key. If you wish to understand the higher, study the lower. If you seek the invisible, look at the visible. The cosmos speaks in reflections, and each realm is a doorway to the next. This principle is why the Hermetic masters studied both heaven and earth, both spirit and body. To them, no detail was trivial. A stone, a breath, a star, each contained the whole, if seen with awakened eyes. For you, seeker, correspondence is empowerment. It reveals that the laws which shape the cosmos also shape your soul. To know yourself is to know the universe. To understand the universe is to understand yourself. There is no separation. So when you gaze upon the sky, remember, it is your own soul written in light. When you study your inner world, remember, it is the cosmos reflected in silence. To live by this principle is to walk in harmony with the all. The sixth principle, gender. Everywhere in nature, creation comes through polarity. Masculine and feminine, active and receptive, seed and womb. Not in conflict, but in union. This is the Hermetic principle of gender, the hidden law of generation that operates on every plane of existence. Do not mistake it for the physical alone. Gender exists in thought, in energy, in spirit. Within you, the masculine is the will that projects, directs, and asserts. The feminine is the power that receives, nurtures, and brings forth form. Without both, nothing can be born. You have felt this interplay in yourself. When an idea sparks, it is the masculine. When it is carried, shaped, and made real, it is the feminine. The union of these forces is the act of creation itself. Hermes taught that imbalance leads to sterility, not only of body, but of soul. A will without receptivity becomes harsh and barren. Receptivity without direction dissolves into passivity, but united, they give rise to life, wisdom, and power. This principle explains why the universe itself is fertile, endlessly producing worlds, stars, and beings. The cosmos is not dead matter, but a living womb in which the divine seed continually unfolds. Seeker, to grasp this is to understand your role as co-creator. Within you lies both seed and soil, force and form. To harmonize them is to awaken your true creative power, the power to shape reality, to bring into being what was hidden in potential. Honor both forces within. Unite them, for only in their balance does the initiate walk as a vessel of the all. The seventh principle, mentalism. All is mind, the universe is mental. With these words, Hermes unveiled the greatest of all truths. Reality itself is thought. The cosmos is not a machine of matter, but a living mind, and everything within it is an idea moving through consciousness. This principle is the summit, the key from which all others descend. Rhythm, polarity, vibration, they exist because the universe first exists as thought. What you see, touch, and feel are shadows of ideas born within the divine mind. But here lies the deeper mystery. If the all is mind, then your mind is not separate from it. You are not an outsider in a foreign world. You are a thought within the infinite thinker, and at the same time, a spark of that very mind, capable of shaping reality itself. You have already seen this in glimpses. A thought repeated takes form. A belief shapes destiny. Imagination becomes creation. These are not coincidences, but reflections of the highest law. To the unknowing, life appears solid, fixed, immutable. To the initiate, all is fluid, for to change the mind is to change the world. Seeker, understand, this is the secret which kings and magi guarded, the truth which mystics risked everything to preserve. You are thought. You are thinker. You are part of the all, and the all is within you. This is the first principle, the final principle, the crown of Hermetic wisdom. Guard it, for once you awaken to it, nothing can ever appear the same. The closing rite. You have walked through the 7 gates. What was once hidden has now been spoken. But remember, Seeker, the Hermetic Principles are not lessons to be admired, they are forces to be lived. They move through every breath you take, every thought you form, every step you choose. The ancients guarded them because they knew their power, for to grasp them is to see reality unveiled, and to live them is to shape your destiny with awareness. Do not let these truths remain words in the air. Let them become the architecture of your choices, the compass of your soul. Now the veil closes, but the flame remains with you. Guard it well. Return to these teachings often, for each time you hear them, they reveal themselves more deeply. If this rite has spoken to you, leave your mark. Like this video, subscribe, and walk with us deeper into the mysteries. For this is only the beginning. Seeker, go forth. The laws of Hermes are within you. Live them, and you will no longer drift through life unaware. You will walk as one who knows the hidden code of the universe.